everybody, welcome back to the channel. Today I learned a bit more about Python and how to code on it. Specifically, I learned how to make lists and also how to manipulate the list so it can tell me exactly what I want. So it can tell me exactly what it's inside the list. Not exactly, not now, not until now. It's not exactly like a pinpoint. Oh, I want exactly this, but it can tell me the whole list. Um, and well, before I start, if you like this content channel, and if you like programming, if you like Python, if you like programming in general, you can subscribe to Tutorials Bionic. It helps out a lot, and I think you probably like it. After all, you search for a Python video, so we have a lot of those here. Actually, I have basically daily content of about Python. So yeah, have a good day and let's go to the Python. Um, so what exactly I learned? Now let's explain my code here. What my code here does is that I create a list via inputs. So you ask me the equipment. Let's for example, my equipment is a tank. It costs just you know it looks alright, almost $10 million. Um, Accurate. Serial number 1187. And my department, of course, military. Where military? Where else you need a tank? Here he asks if I want to type pass to continue. Let's continue just to show you the list. Now let's get different equipment. I don't know. Mining drill. The value, I don't know, $10,000. Sure. Serial number AA901. Department, the uranium, um, uranium mine facility. That's not a department. This just mining. I don't know any department of mining. Just not put mining department. And now, if I don't type S continue, and also interesting thing, there is one part of the code that even if it asks for a capital S, I can put a normal S, as you can see. So I just create another one just for the whole of it. Equipment, I don't know, tractor, with a value of 1. Why going with it? Serial number of 000110. Department, I don't know, farm. A farming department, farm. Now let's not type S, but just let press enter, for example. And now it tells me exactly what I wrote. So it will tell me the tank, the price, and also the price is a float, so I can put in cents also, or below 1 whole number. The serial number, and yeah, you can see here exactly what is typed. So let's break down the code itself. First, I'm creating the list via this. Whoops, clicking the wrong one. I'm creating it via this. So this is the code that allows me to create a list. Here's the response. I'm not sure exactly what the yeah, I'm not sure exactly what the response is, but let's get going. So while my response is equal S, oh yeah, I know what my response is. It's about the input. So it will always, while my response is S, I will, it will ask me actually about the equipment. So inventory, append, and blah 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 equipment, value, serial number, department, and then it asks response again. So the first one asks for a normal input. The second one needs to be specifically float. The third one needs to be specifically int, and the fourth one does need to be nothing specific. then there's the response here. The response here, the response is actually a variable, so the variable response is equal s. And um here it asks me if I want to continue. And one interesting thing here is this upper part. It corrects basically. So if I type s, capital S, if I don't press, sorry, if I don't press capital S, I just use normal S, I will still work out. And then when and what happens is that in the code, if I press S, so if this is goes to uh, so if my response, I don't change the value of it, it will go back to the first point. You can do this all day, every day, and until then, you have no problem. But when you decided you wrote everything down, it will type everything down for you. So you can see four element in inventory, and it just prints out the elements. And basically, the elements is um, another uh sorry it's another variable. So basically this variable is defined right here. You can see there is no other part, but it's just I defined that the everything in inventory, which is this list here, is also element. So so yeah, so it turns into a normal variable, and then it types it out to me. So it's much easier to see. So it's very interesting, really. Lists are very common to store multiple a mutable variables, basically mutable, not variables, but mutable points. So, for example, in a factory, if you have a lot of things in a factory, for example, and you want a list of something, so you just have, I don't know, something, someone or something to count all the, I don't know, soap bars you have in the factory, and then it all can be stored into a actually it would be a variable that will store the number of soap bars there is, and there would be a list to store all the variables, or yeah, or not the variables it's themselves, but just something you need for example, you can create a list with all the names of all your friends, for example. Yeah, I'm still opening up because what I think, what's coming to my brain, the difference between a list and a variable is not very big. I think I can be extremely wrong there, but I can see a variable doing everything a list can do. Not better, but it's basically a list is basically a variable. I don't think for now. I can be wrong again. I'm learning all of this today, but I think it pretty much is a variable. Well, not 100% a variable, but it works out like a variable. But yeah, it's extremely interesting actually. Just don't worry, yes, skepticism is just for because I really don't know what I could do with it that I couldn't do with a normal variable. But definitely, I know there are a lot of things you can do it, even though they're not 100% special. Okay, I criticizing too much this thing. Basically, you can hold a lot of information in different sections basically inside a inventory, and you can just one short line of code, well technically two, you can just have it to you know um, print everything for you. So yeah, I found this extremely interesting, and I want I'm eager to learn more of you know what I can do with this list and how can I use it to the maximum potency. So yeah, that's it for today. I hope you like it, and if you did, again, leave a like and subscribe in the channel. I'm talking a lot about Python, so if you like those, if you like Python videos you want to learn, you can stick around the videos. Though I'm not exactly teaching Python in my videos, you can still see the code. And I try to explain what I learned, so maybe it's helping you. Maybe you're very interested in Python. I would recommend, if you don't know any uh, programming languages, and even if you do, you definitely should learn Python. You're just becoming too big to ignore. So that's it for today, and I see you tomorrow. Goodbye.